I would like to save the pumpkin seeds and regrow them next year, but I've heard that there could be a possibility of them being cross-pollinated with other crops in which I'm growing. Is there any truth to this? Well, there sort of is and there sort of isn't, and I will explain. Many people think that varieties of crops that have similar flowering and pollinating patterns can be cross-pollinated. And gardeners may assume that a squash, a melon, and a cucumber can be cross-pollinated. Fortunately, this is not true. Now, what is true is the female flowers can only be fertilized by the pollen from male flowers of the same species. So, if you have a pumpkin, a summer squash, a winter squash, and a gourd, those are all part of the same family. And those could be potentially cross-pollinating with each other if you're intending to save seeds in your garden. We've heard the stories of a zucchini that's crossed with a pumpkin. It's a very unique crop in which you grow the next year. Now, if you're strictly growing the crops this year and have no intentions of saving the seeds, no worries. Plant everything as close as you want. You don't have to worry about any cross-pollination. It's not going to affect the production of that particular fruit or vegetable this year. It's when you save those seeds that you could get that cross. We've got some crosses with some spaghetti squash that has crossed with a pumpkin. And instead of spaghetti squash, after you bake it, it doesn't string out of the carcass. That it's very chunky and pumpkin-like consistency. So it's been crossed somewhere down through the generations. So you want to be careful about that. Cucumbers are the same way. Cucumbers are so highly cross-pollinatable that there's no safe way of saving cucumbers if you're growing multiple species like we do. We grow about almost 2 dozen. So very easily could a market more be crossed with a white cucumber, could be crossed with a pickling cucumber, that type of thing. So you can save your pumpkin seeds. You can plant some, but I would recommend buying the same variety again just to make sure you have a clean, specific type of pumpkin that you know will grow into a pumpkin. If you're only growing that particular pumpkin in your garden and there's nothing else there, the likelihood of pollen coming from somewhere else in the neighborhood, almost 0 to nothing. So save the pumpkin seeds. Roast them, eat them, save some, plant some, but also remember what you planted and buy that variety again next year.
For more information, please visit thewisconsinvegetablegardener.com.